What's up, people? So, I do quite a few things in my spare time. I'm a truck driver by trade, but I do a lot of stuff, tattooing, drawing, repairing cars, things like that. Today, I'm going to give a demonstration on how to change the ignition switch. I was trying to find out why my brother-in-law's car cluster kept going in and out. So does his lights inside the car. I assume maybe it was a loose wire, but as you can see, I've taken out the cluster already. It looks like it's in pretty good condition as far as what I can tell. The car's only got 76,000 miles on it. I would hope that it wasn't the cluster that went out. But after further inspection, I think I'm gonna go with the easiest fix first, the most cheapest fix first. That is one thing that I'm gonna always try to go the cheapest route first. And as far as this ignition switch was only $40 at AutoZone, 48 out the door. So I'm gonna switch this out and see if this will solve the problem. Be right back. All right, I'm back. So I'm big on safety, and because I cannot move the car since I've taken the cluster out already, it won't start. I can't put it back in the driveway, so I'm gonna have to work on it on the street. So I got a triangle. Like I said, I'm a truck driver. This is one of the triangles for my trucks, but better than nothing. I live real close to the corner, so I want to let them know that I'm working on the car because I'm gonna have the door open while I'm doing it. All right, first things first, I'm gonna put this cluster back together. I really don't have a way to hold my phone up, which sucks, really. I got a stand on the way for me to be able to do things like this a little bit easier, but that plug right there, this plugs into the back of the cluster. Like I said, it looks like it's in pretty good condition. Nothing broken, nothing corroded, anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug this cluster back in, and I'll be right back with you. So now that I got the cluster back in, I'm now gonna take this top cover off right here, which is where the ignition switch is up underneath that, supposedly. Hopefully I don't have a problem finding it. But there's 2 screws right here that I have to take out, and this should drop down for me, and I should be able to access the switch. So I've located the switch. It's literally right on the left side of the steering column. As you can see, just pop out that button right there. Here behind this wire, just push that down. And then there's another one right below it. That right there with that yellow stripe. Here I am. I got the switch out. Just kind of wiggle it out. It's closely knit, but not too bad. Drop it down. Unplug that switch right there. See if I can get this with one hand. Looks simple enough, but maybe not. Hold on. Okay. There you go. Check inside, see if there's any corrosion, broken, burnt parts, anything like that. Looks good, so I plugged the new one in. Like that. And pop this back into place. It's actually a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be. Usually Ford products, things like that, are pretty hard to deal with, but hopefully that solved the problem. Let me put this steering column and dashboard back together, and we're going to run a test run. So I got everything back in place. Steering. So you can see the clutcher's in position, locked in. I put the dashboard back together. Everything's back in order. Screws returned to where they came from. So right now we're just hoping that upon resetting get it to go a little clearer. Jesus, it's terrible. That check engine light right there, I'm gonna reset it. I have this OBD2 reader. It allows you to read any codes and anything like that. It was given a level sensor or circuit problem or something, and it all was supposed to be related to this ignition switch. So I'm gonna try to get that check engine light to cut off, and hopefully it does. Because if it doesn't, that means I'm gonna have to replace the cluster itself. So we might be good. The light wasn't cutting off originally at first. I cut it off with the OBD2 V519. This thing has been handy as hell since I got it. By the way, I ain't getting paid for this yet. I need to be. I'm advertising this. It came from the TikTok shop. I think it cost me like 14 bucks. Pretty efficient tool. Works for me. Now I'm gonna take it on a test drive, because that's usually when the lights are cutting out and everything when you're driving it. So I'm gonna run it around the corner a couple of times, see if it'll go out. Be right back. Well, I'm out on a test drive right now. No check engine lights so far. I've probably driven about maybe almost 3/4 of a mile or so. Maybe another mile around the neighborhood, some stop and go stuff to get the car to start reading different things and see if it'll malfunction in any way. I might have struck gold. Problem solved. So me and a buddy of mine got together and we started buying cars, fixing them, flipping them. This is usually a process that I go through before I resell a car. But in this case, it's my little brother's car, my brother-in-law. He deserved it, he earned it. I told him I'd do all his work for free. And I think today, by handling this situation the way I did, I saved him maybe about 250 bucks. Because we was gonna get it to pass one way or the other. If you know, you know. But this whole thing started out behind needing an emissions test, because he just purchased the car, he got registered, and they need the whole nine. By the way, if you're selling a car, technically you're supposed to make sure you've done the emissions test on that car first. It's not up to the person that is purchasing the car. So I believe they can come after you after that legally if you sold them a car that wouldn't pass an emissions test when you're supposed to be the one to make sure it's good. But anyway, this car is done. Now to run it over to the emissions place and get that paperwork and get this boy his tags so he can stop depending on his friends to take him places. Be self-sufficient. I'm out.